Albert Einstein reportedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world, saying that those who understand it earn it and those who don't pay it. Whether or not Einstein actually said those exact words, the principle is genuinely remarkable, and most people fundamentally underestimate how powerful it is. Compounding is the process where the returns you earn on an investment then go on to earn returns themselves. It sounds simple. It is simple, but the long-run math is staggering in a way that is hard to intuit until you see it laid out. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is the exact opposite. It is slow, patient, boring, and it quietly makes a massive difference to anyone who starts early enough and stays consistent. Here is the rule of 72, one of the most useful mental shortcuts in personal finance. Divide 72 by the annual interest rate, and you get the approximate number of years it takes your money to double. At a 6% return, your money doubles in roughly 12 years. At 8%, it doubles in about 9 years. At 10%, it doubles in about 7.2 years. Now consider that the S&P 500 has averaged roughly 10% per year over the long run. If you invest $10,000 today and leave it for 30 years at that rate, you end up with approximately $174,000. You put in $10,000. You end up with $174,000, and you did nothing except not touch it. That difference of $164,000 is compound interest working for you. Time, not genius, is the key ingredient. The most powerful illustration of compounding is what happens when you compare people who start at different ages. Take someone who begins investing $200 a month at age 25 versus someone who starts at 35, both earning an average of 8% annually and both stopping contributions at age 65. The person who started at 25 ends up with roughly $700,000. The person who started at 35 ends up with around $300,000. Same monthly investment, same interest rate, same stopping point. The only difference is a 10-year head start. That 10-year gap cost the later starter $400,000 in final wealth. Every single year you delay starting is a year of compounding you can never get back. This is why financial advisors repeat the same advice so consistently. Start now. Even if the amount feels embarrassingly small. Compounding works equally well in reverse. And this is the part people don't talk about enough. When you carry high-interest debt, like credit card debt at 20 to 25% interest, compounding is working against you with exactly the same ferocity. A $1,000 credit card balance at 24%, left alone with minimum payments only, can take years to pay off and cost you far more than the original $1,000 in total interest paid. The math is ruthless in both directions. This is why the foundational advice in personal finance is always the same. Eliminate high-interest debt first, because it is compounding working against you just as powerfully as it can work for you, and it never sleeps. The most common objection is that the amounts feel too small to matter. Someone earning $40,000 or $50,000 a year looks at investing $100 or $200 a month and thinks, what difference can this actually make? The answer is an enormous difference, given time. The mistake is evaluating the contribution in today's dollars rather than in the future dollars that compounding will ultimately produce. $200 a month feels trivial today. Over 30 years at 8%, it becomes approximately $300,000. The amount you contribute is far less important than starting consistently and staying consistent through the market's inevitable ups and downs. Consistency plus time is the entire formula. Nothing else is required. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. The best time to start investing was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. You do not need to understand sophisticated financial instruments. You do not need a large sum to start. You need a brokerage or retirement account, a low-cost index fund, and the discipline to contribute consistently and leave it alone. The market will go up and it will go down. People will panic and sell at the wrong time. You will be tempted to do the same. The investors who actually build wealth are almost always the boring ones. The people who set up an automatic contribution, stop watching the daily price, and let time and compound interest do the work. Boring wins. Start today.